I don't know. Do you have a boyfriend, Sharon?
What's to you?
Just curious. First the toenails, now the hair. That's an awful lot of trouble to go to for nobody.
There's no law against a girl keeping up her appearance in here, is there? Anyway, there's always this social worker, Paul Reed. Might be worth checking out.
He's not bad. But his son would be more your type. From what I gather, he's closer to your age.
Really?
Yes. His name's Tony.
Tony Reed. No, I don't like the sound of it. Anyway, I prefer older men. Can you arrange an appointment for me to see Mr. Reed?
Why should I do that?
Come on. I know my rights in here. I'll get to see him eventually.
All right, but it'll have to be tomorrow. He's got his hands full today with other new admissions.
Oh, lucky Paul.
The state has brought these charges against you, and you in turn have the right to call upon the state for legal advice and representation. Do I take it then that you intend to conduct your own defense?
Don't be ridiculous, Mr. Reed.
Then at least let me arrange for you to see a solicitor. Barristers and all the rest of it can come later. Look, I can't force you to take legal advice. I have to have your consent.
A solicitor appointed and paid for by the state.
Yes.
I can imagine what sort of incompetence we'd get.
You get the best available, I can assure you of that.
Better than we could afford ourselves?
Oh, then you do have funds to fight this on your own.
Oh, haven't you heard? My father was heavily insured. Now that he's dead, we collect the loot. We can afford the absolute best.
I don't think the insurance company would pay out on the policy until after the trial, and even then, I doubt
Dear
very much.
me, don't tell me we've disposed of dear Daddy and we can't collect.
Oh, stop it, Carolyn, stop it, please.
Oh, it's all right, Mum. I'm sorry. Look, we won't talk about it anymore. I'm sorry, Mum.
Mr. Jackson, I think Mrs. Williams needs to rest.
Yes, of course.
You're aware of your rights here, I take it?
Yes, Mrs. Davidson let me know exactly where we stand.
I see.
I don't suppose there's any point in my asking if I can stay with my mother.
There's no need to. Arrangements have already been made for you and your mother to occupy the same cell.
Well, whom should one thank for this small act of humanitarianism?
Mrs. Davidson.
Smith, either get those friends of yours to move or step to one side.
Oh, come on, Mr. Jackson. We just want to welcome the 2 new inmates, don't we, girls?
Yeah.
Remember me? We met yesterday in the sick bay. You feeling any better, love?
Leave her alone, Bee.
Geez, you don't look better. Matter of fact, you look worse.
Bee?
No, I mean it. I reckon you would have called in a doc.
You must be new here.
You'd have to be joking.
I'm sorry, but surely if you've been here for some time, you'd know that the joke is the so-called medical facility.
Yeah, it's not too good since we lost our regular doc.
Oh, you actually had one once?
Yeah, of course we did. I've been battling with the brass ever since you left to try and get him replaced, haven't I, girls?
Obviously, you've been using the wrong tactics. Have you considered seeking political intervention?
What?
Never mind. It's probably beyond your powers of reasoning.
That's enough, Mrs. Simpson. Come along now. Get her. Well, you've got to admit it, Bee. She sounds like she could be a bit of a stirrer.
Ah, let her stir all she wants.
Bee, you are getting soft.
Bull.
Yes, you are. You are angling for parole or something.
What are you on about?
Someone might be aiming to team up with Doreen and Lucy. You miss them, don't you?
Get off it.
No, seriously, Bee.
Of course I miss 'em. But if you think I'm going soft, you silly bitch, you got about as many brains as Doreen.
Guess who?
I saw you in the mirror.
Ah. You all finished then?
We all have.
The whistle went 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yes, I did. Can I walk you home?
Oh, well, I'm meeting a girlfriend.
Oh, you going out tonight, are you?
Oh, no, just for a cup of coffee and then home.
Oh, do you want to go out tonight?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Debbie. Hey, listen, are you into science fiction movies?
Depends. What's on? 2001:
A Space Odyssey at the local. You seen it?
I missed it the last time.
Okay, great. I'll pick you up about 7:30.
Oh, no. I'll meet you there. After I've had coffee and that. Look, I better get going, so I'll see you at the pictures, okay?
Yeah, okay, I'll see you at the front about 7:30. Hey, and don't get lost this time.
And these two, I'm afraid, are a mystery to me.
Williams and Simpson.
Yes. Meg Jackson seems to agree with me. They don't seem to be the type to commit murder for financial gain.
Well, you've been around long enough to know there's no such thing as the type.
Ah, true, but there is murder and there is murder. On the one hand, you've got cold-blooded, calculated, premeditated murder for gain of one sort or another. Then you've got unpremeditated murder without any thought of gain.
Without reason.
No, not necessarily, but with mitigating circumstances.
Crime of passion.
Oh, yours is black, isn't it?
And this is the category you've put Vivian Williams and her daughter?
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough evidence to support that.
I know. And the only people who can reasonably shed any light on this are the two women themselves, but for some reason they're holding back.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, maybe they'll change their attitude once they've made their first appearance in court, realize the predicament they're in and what they're facing if they continue to hold back.
Oh, surely they realize that already.
No, I don't think they do. It's almost as if they're in a state of shock. Can't see beyond the immediate. There's got to be a key to all this, and I'd like to find out what it is.
Well, good hunting.
Well, how do I look? Bloody smashing.
Do you think so? You don't think I look too overdressed? We're only going to the pictures.
You look $1 million. Doesn't matter where you're going. You're a bit keen on this young fella, aren't you?
Oh, he's all right.
Well, when am I going to get to meet him?
You?
Yeah. You ashamed of me?
Oh, no, it's not that. It's just that...
What?
Oh. Well, I'd like you to meet him, really. But that'd mean bringing him here and then all the questions that start about what I'm doing here and everything, you know.
Yeah. I know. Listen, Dor, if this young Kevin fella is just a passing fancy, well, he's not worth worrying about. But if you're fair dinkum, well, he's going to find out something sooner or later. About you being inside, I mean.
Yeah, but what if he scrubs me off?
Well, he wasn't worth worrying about in the first place. Now, you buzz off out of here and go and enjoy yourself.
You gonna be all right, Lizzie?
Of course. The others will be in soon. I've got all this lot to finish.
I thought you were never gonna do housework again.
Ha! Somebody's got to do it. Besides, I'm gonna be the B. Smith of the halfway house. I was thinking that if I could get into Rhonda's good books, I might get her to change her mind about the booze rules.
See you later.
See ya.
We'll have to do something about it eventually, Mum.
Yes, I know that, Carolyn, but what can we do?
We need someone, anyone, to testify.
Testify to what? That Brian Williams was a beast? That he used and abused his family?
Yes. It's our only hope, otherwise we'll be left in here to rot.
But he wasn't like that, Carolyn. Not really. Now you know that. Oh, I wish there was some way I could get you out of here. I don't really care for myself, but if I could just get you out.
There must be a way out for both of us. Surely, in all those years, you must have told someone. Somebody must have seen the bruises. Well, what about Dr. Adrian? The number of times he's treated you for...
Dr. Adrian thought I was a very stupid woman who was accident-prone. You know, I told very convincing stories over the years to the doctor, friends,